I own 4 restaurants under the Playa Cabana banner. They're primarily Mexican-themed restaurants, but we do a lot of the classic Americana decor that Phil hooks us up with.
Everything just sort of just happens, you know? It's like you said, I found the bowling alley signs, and it just timing, just perfect timing. No, I got lucky. And Dave's got exquisite taste, so it was just...
Same with here. He had a big liquor sign that came out of Detroit, and then there was these 2 big bar signs, and then, you know, before we even built the bar, we had those signs, so we knew that, well, the bar was going to be the focal point of the main dining room.
That's one of my first pieces that I've sold him. I think it was one of the first ones, for sure. At least the first large piece.
You know, he can probably, usually he'll get something, and then he'll send me a text, and then I'll say, like, just the design, the look, the way they were built, they just don't make them like they used to anymore. So
it's getting harder and harder to find this stuff. Like, I think he's at a right point right now where this stuff is still available. I think it's getting tougher. I think in 10 years, you won't find this stuff anymore.
And then when I set out to build my second venue, it's a place called Cantina out in the Junction. That's where I met Phil, and that's where the whole love for this style of a restaurant came about. Sometimes it just starts with one sign, and that kind of, like, there's sometimes it's the other way around. Instead of like me going out and finding a restaurant, Phil will have this like massive set piece, and he'll want to put it somewhere, and I'll want to put it somewhere, and then we start thinking like, well, how can we kind of build a restaurant out of this? And the concept kind of starts from that piece. Or I can say I'm looking for something, you know, and then he'll go out and try to find it, right? So
it boils down to, if I find something cool, he'll want it.
Yeah.
Basically.
Like, my whole mentality for my business is, you know, make a guy's place really cool and do to prove. So that's sort of, you know, the number one key feature. But then it's also got to be chick friendly. So when you bring a girl back, she's loving the space just as much, and she feels comfortable and just chills, and that's it, right? I don't know. We'll see. I'll freestyle. You know, I just want to like do a little bit more grittiness. Like, this guy's gritty and non-scripted.
Any interest in this stuff?
I just want to show up on my Harley and my, you know, rat rod and just throw some lumber in the back and play around, right? You literally go up to this client's house and it's just a blank. They've got a mattress lying on the floor, and they've got, you know, a liquor collection just, you know, sitting on another pile.
Nice.
And then, you know, you walk in and you're like, hey, we got to do this. What kind of stuff do you like, and what kind of person are you? And then usually something clicks, and you sort of develop some sort of concept for them. So I'm working on a few consultations right now that we're going to be developing. So yeah, we can for sure bring, you know, Phil in and get it. I pitch his stuff like all the time.